What the heck's the T-Riffic show? It appears to be a thing where the style keeps changing. First you laugh, then you feel, then you sing, then you think.
Wait, all that in one show?
Yes,
That's insane.
exactly.
You're doing a skit, got jokes to spit, so you wing it. That's absurd. You throw a pun, a slapstick run, and rhyme each silly word. Who would watch a guy in socks trip over props for fun? Apparently, everyone, because it's a comedy where laughter writes the melody with goofy gags and pratfall tags and punchlines flying faster than the flags. Silly faces, weird embraces, nothing's quite as freeing as a comedy. But what if the jokes get tired and the crowd's desire turns low? You grab a pen, you sigh again, and turn the lights down slow. Now hearts are breaking softly, the spotlight fades to blue. It's a balladry where words are painted tenderly with whispered chords and soft rewards and feelings floating gently through the chords. One tear, one true, one soul set free. That's the poetry of balladry. But wait, what's that sound? A beat, a groove, a key change born to move. We got rhythm in our veins, and the crowd begins to sway again. It's a musical, a jam so bright it's beautiful, with riffs that pop and hearts that bop, and everyone claps till the beat won't stop. Snap your fingers, feel that vibe. We're alive inside this musical. And when the music fades away and laughter's had its time, we settle down to stories told in meter, prose, or rhyme. For every giggle, every tear has led to something true. It's a chronicle of dreams that grow ironical, with twists and turns and lessons learned and tales that make your spirit burn. One heart, one mic, one soul to share. It's life retold in chronicle flair. A comedy, a balladry, a musical, a chronicle sincere. From laughs to feels, from beats to tales, the T-Riffic show prevails. Get a dazzling, heartfelt truth and giggle, show it all.
Hello, T-Riffic friends. Tonight, gravity is optional, chaos is mandatory, and physics is simply taking a vacation. We are going to explore what happens when rules are ignored, energies collide, and when someone, maybe even you, just simply needs to hear the words, quit it. Let's kick things off this episode, this week, with a comedy performer who knows how to turn any messy mishap into comedy performance gold. Please welcome the one, the only...
Hello, T-Riffic friends! Welcome! Are you ready to defy gravity? Or at least pretend like you are? Because today, we're taking chaos for a little spin. And by spin, I mean literal spin. Upside down, sideways, and sometimes backward. You know, floating is fun. Until you try to catch a book. Ever try to catch a book midair? It's like playing chess with a cat who hates rules. And trust me, cats don't read chess rules. Or any rules. Mostly, they just knock everything over. Just like me! Speaking of knocking things over, has anyone here ever had a pancake fly at their face? No? Well, consider yourselves lucky. I had one hit me square on the forehead this morning. That's not breakfast, that's an unexpected hair accessory. You think juggling is hard? Try juggling things that refuse to obey gravity. Balls float, books float, even your dignity floats away if you're not careful. And suddenly, you're not juggling, you're negotiating with physics. And I have to tell you, sometimes floating is misleading. You think something is far away, but it slowly drifts closer. It's like that email from your boss titled, "We need to talk." Sneaky, slow, inevitable. Except in my case, it's a ping-pong ball. Close enough. You know what's amazing about floating objects? They make you feel like a superhero. Whee! This is amazing! Woohoo! Uh-oh, this isn't good. Scroll for about 3 seconds, then reality kicks in. And your superhero landing looks more like a confused pancake. And trust me, pancakes are judgmental. Let's talk boundaries. You ever try to grab something and it just escapes? Floating balls have no respect for personal space. They're like toddlers with sugar who just discovered magnets. And I have a strict rule. If you're floating near me without permission, I'm yelling, "Quit it!" Oh yes, the umbrella. You think it's for rain? No, it's a booby trap disguised as fashion. It spins, it twirls, it defies common sense. You open it once and suddenly your life is a slapstick cartoon. I swear it judges me. Now, don't get me wrong, Chaos is my middle name. Well, actually it's Benjamin, but Chaos would look better on a business card. And my favorite thing about floating Chaos, it teaches humility. You think you're in control? Nope, not today, Benny. So remember, friends, floating is temporary, laughter is mandatory, and if something gets stuck to your forehead, you call it art. Thank you, T-Riffic friends. Remember, gravity may take a vacation, but hilarity, that's forever.
That was awesome. And now, Chaos needs a quiet moment to remind us what really matters. Tonight's poet captures the beauty and tension of mismanaged energy both inside and out.
Things rise, things fall, a cup, a cat, a ping-pong ball. They drift, they spin, they twist, they twine. And all at once the world feels fine. Hands reach high, hearts stretch wide. We stumble, we trip, we float, we glide. Objects dance and shadows bend. Where one thing stops, the next begins. Boundaries blur in the spinning air. Voices shout, and no one's fair. Laughter echoes, tears may fly, and still we reach, still wonder why. A pancake drifts, a hat goes by. A teapot winks, a balloon floats nigh. We chase, we dodge, we twist, we weave, yet some things float we can't retrieve. Chaos hums a tricky tune. It laughs at sun, it sings to moon. It lifts us up, it pulls us down. It turns our smiles into a frown. But in the world there lies a clue, a little whisper just for you. Even when the world goes wild and mad, even when the air makes you feel sad, take a breath and count to 3. Find your anchor, let it be. Lift your chin, steady your mind. In every spin, a truth you'll find. We float, we fall, we rise, we stay. The world is wild, but so are we today. The cup, the cat, the ping-pong ball, they all remind us, rise or fall. Yet not all falling ends in pain. Sometimes you gain from letting things wane. Sometimes the crash is part of the art, a lesson learned, a beating heart. So hear me now, and mark it clear, even when chaos is dancing near. You have the power, the voice, the line, to say it softly, or say it fine. Quit it, chaos.
Quit it, spin!
Quit it softly from within. Quit it, whispers. Quit it, shouts. Quit it gently, without doubts. And when you speak, the air will shift. The spinning world may grant a gift. Objects settle, hearts align. Floating lines begin to shine. Remember this as things take flight, even in the darkest night. Boundaries aren't walls, they're wings, a gentle tether that balance brings. So let the teapots twirl, let books ascend, let flying pancakes find their end. But find your ground, your calm, your seat. Even in chaos, life's complete. And if the cat floats past your nose, or coffee spills and nobody knows, Take it in stride, a laugh, a grin, then softly whisper, quit it again. Rise again, float once more, find the rhythm you're looking for. Hands reach high, hearts stretch wide, through chaos, through joy, through the swirling tide. Things rise, things fall, a cup, a cat, a ping-pong ball. We float, we trip, we catch, we fetch, and even in the spin, a lesson to etch. Boundaries hold, yet let us play. They guide us gently through the fray. So take a breath, find your line, and softly, firmly quit it shine.
Sometimes poetry can remind us that even in fun and absurdity, setting boundaries still matters. We now bring you the musical heartbeat of Gravity Gone Wild.
One voice can lift soaring high notes. Everyone's spirits rise tonight.
They told her, don't you ever call me again. Don't wanna hear your voice. This won't ever end. The signals are all clear and she just won't comprehend. So quit it. Just quit it. You better drop it, better take a hint from me. Don't wanna hurt your heart. Don't play obsessively. You wanna play love, better do what you can. So quit it.
Give it up for Falsetto Freddy, everybody. And now for a story that turns chaos into balance, frustration into fun, and somehow turns floating pancakes into lessons about limits.
It was an ordinary morning in the town of Floatsville, or at least it had started that way. The sun rose, birds chirped, and the smell of breakfast drifted through the streets. But something felt different. A cup of coffee hovered just above the kitchen table, spinning lazily as if it were deciding where to go next. Mara blinked, staring at it in disbelief. "Okay," she said, "that's not normal." By the time she stepped outside, she realized the full scope of the problem. Cats were floating 3 feet off the ground, batting at midair leaves as if gravity had simply forgotten them. Balls, hats, and even newspapers drifted along the sidewalks, twisting and spinning in ways that made her stomach do little flips. The air was alive with motion, yet eerily quiet, as if the town had entered a dream where nothing obeyed the usual rules. At first, people were delighted. Children ran around trying to jump higher than they ever could, cheering as they hovered a second longer than expected. Friends tried tossing frisbees, only to watch them pause midair before slowly spinning towards someone else. The town felt like a playground built in zero gravity. Mara had to admit, it was kind of fun. But fun, as Mara quickly learned, has a tipping point. Pancakes floating toward the ceiling turned breakfast into a guessing game. Coffee cups drifted into faces. Dogs zoomed past, their leashes tangled in midair. One man's newspaper wrapped itself around his head like a floating mask. Chaos, she realized, had begun to outweigh the amusement. Mara took a deep breath and called out, "Stop spinning that table! Catch the floating laptop! Watch where you're going!" Her voice was steady, calm, and firm. At first, people laughed, thinking she was part of the joke. But there was something in her tone, something that demanded attention. Slowly, they began to respond. A boy reached up and caught a floating soccer ball. A woman guided her shopping bag down from midair. Even the cats, as if obeying some invisible command, settled closer to the ground. Still, not everything was easy. Mara's little brother, Leo, tried jumping from one floating chair to another and ended up clinging to the ceiling light fixture.
Leo!
Mara shouted, running to help him. "Gravity might be on vacation, but I'm not." She scooped him down and set him gently on the ground. He laughed, wide-eyed, thrilled by the floating adventure, but relieved to be safely back on solid earth. As the morning unfolded, Mara discovered that the key to surviving the day was communication, patience, and a little creative problem-solving. People started helping each other, catching falling objects, guiding pets, securing floating groceries. Floatsville slowly regained a sense of order, even as gravity remained absent. It was a delicate balance, a dance between chaos and control, and Mara felt proud of her town for rising to the challenge. By afternoon, the floating objects were mostly contained. Cups and plates found temporary resting spots. Cats curled up in sunny windows. Pancakes returned to their plates, a little lighter for the adventure but intact. People laughed, exhausted but joyful, realizing that even in wild chaos, a calm and steady hand could make all the difference. As the sun began to set, gravity returned, slipping quietly back into the world as if it had never left. Floors felt solid again. Tables no longer floated. Cats stalked the ground, blissfully normal. Pancakes stayed put. The townspeople breathed a collective sigh of relief. Mara smiled, brushing her hands together. The day had been strange, unpredictable, and at times frustrating. But it had also been magical. She realized something important. Creativity and energy were wonderful, but balance and boundaries were just as vital. You could soar, you could spin, you could float, but knowing when to step back and regain your footing was what kept life safe, enjoyable, and fun. And as she looked around at the tired but happy faces of her friends and neighbors, Mara whispered to herself, a little grin on her lips, "Even when the world goes upside down, you can find your center. And sometimes, you just have to say quit it."
So remember, my T-Riffic friends, even in imbalance, chaos, when gravity spins out of control, you still have the power to just take a deep breath. Set your boundaries, and when needed, quit it. Stay balanced, and as always, I emphasize please, stay terrific.